Hi friends, so in this video we are going to study political theory made for LLB Mumbai University students. So let's start. Before understanding this chapter, we need to understand introduction about political theory. So guys, let's start. Here the term politics, or even if you say political science or political theory, political philosophy, no matter what you say, because these are the words which are used as synonyms. Okay, so these are the word used as synonyms, though there is a slight change in the shade of meaning. They represent the study of the state. Okay, so Aristotle is the father of political science, and he used the term politics for the first time in his book Politics. Here the word politics is derived as a polis, which means state or a city or a state. So the term polity is derived from the Greek word politia, which means government or a constitution. Okay, so here the politics is defined by the many philosophers, basically classified into two. Basically, the definition is classified into two. Like first is traditional, or can be said as classical definition, and second is modern definition. So here there are many philosophers who define the word politics, so whichever you feel more understandable, you can go through it. For example, if we see the first philosopher, J.W. Garner, according to him political science begins and ends with the state. And second, if we see Paul Janet, according to him, political science is that part of social science which treat the foundation of the state and the principle of the government. So this is how the philosopher has defined the word politics according to them. Let's come to modern definition of it. Here these are some definition of political science, also ascertained by some observation experiments. Right, so here the practical way is followed. According to the Garner, it's a knowledge relating to a particular subject acquired by systematic observation. Systematic observation, experience, or study which have been coordinated, systemized in a class and classified. Okay, so the chief characteristic of a science are universality, exactness, precision, predictability, and studied by collecting the verifying data, formulating in concise manner. Science is a systematic body of knowledge based on reason and evidence, whereas art, if it talks about art, what does it mean? Skill, or a way of doing a particular thing in a particular way, which can be improved by practice, guided by the principle. Politics is a science. So many of them said that politics is a science, and many of them said it as art. How the reason behind saying it as a science are considered as: first, it can be studied in a systematic manner. This is the first point. Then second, it is said that the experiment is possible in politics. So political science, like other science, has an absolute and universal law. It is possible to make predictions in a politics, but in limited area. So politics is a subject which has scientific nature at present. Politics has attained modernity. According to the Aristotle, it is a supreme science. So it is possible to make prediction also. There are certain principles and methods on which the political thing. So please go through once. Now here comes to modern definition. According to Harold, Laswell, and Kaplan, politics as an empirical inquiry is the duty of shaping and sharing of power. So let's come to scope of political science. Political science is emerged as the science of the city or state. Okay, so it is not easy to determine the boundaries of the subject of political science. Political science revolves around the organized society, the state and the government being treated as the chief feature. So here it takes to historical investigation and also record the condition under which the earlier state operated and the government work, right? So covering the past, present, the political science peeps into future. This is done through the value judgment, and the prediction is based on the building up of theories. In other words, according to R. N. Gilchrist, the scope of a political science is determined by the inquiries that arise in connection with the state. These inquiries may broadly classified under state as it is, as it has been, and as it ought to be. Okay. So here, according to the political thinkers or philosophers, they made generalization on a political phenomena where they express their opinions in a described way and formulated a certain principle on a political matter such as idealism, liberalism, fascism, communism, etc. So political science explains such theories which are originated in past and present. It also considered the power, authority, and legitimacy as the central concern of the political science, where it deals with nature of a human association. The subject of a political science are also divided into two classes. First is theory and practice. So in every subject, theoretical knowledge as well as the practical knowledge is important. The practical aspect of the political science is explored. The organization of the political party, their function, support structure, ideology, and their art of directing the government or playing the role of opposition are studied. Here the analysis of a political behavior of the both elite and masses are also examined. The study of the political science is not limited to the state. It deals with the national and international problems, international organization and man's relation with them. Thus, the scope of subject has become very wide. Here, it extends not only to the description, but also it understands the state in its political and administrative sphere. Psychology and social analysis of individual or a group of political behavior. It also looks to the future. Political science also look to the future for improving political organization and activities in the light of changing the condition. Here, he further states that political science is the study of a state in a past, present, and future of a political organization and a political functions of a political institution and political theories. So here, if we talk about the nature of a political science, there are different views on the nature. Aristotle, Bourdieu, Hobbes, these are some philosophers that holds the political as a science, but there are also some which maintain it as only art. Unanimously agreed. So here we saw that why the reason behind saying it as a science. Now let's see why it is said that it is not science. Because according to the James, it maintains that the political can never become a science. Even the Catlin thinks that no such thing as is political science. Buckle also holds that the politics, far from being a science, is one of the most backward of all the arts. Auguste Comte rejected to treat it as a science due to the following three grounds. First, there is no consensus of opinion among the political thinker as to its method, principles, and conclusion. It is impossible to foretell what is going to happen as astronomy. In other words, if we say that it lacks the element which constitute it as a basis of a provision and also lacks the continuity of the development. So politics is not considered as a science due to the following reason. Here, no absolute and universal law, no observe does not means does not observe, and subject of a politics has not developed in a steady and regular continuous manner. So there are some thing which is left for development. That's the reason scientific method of observation and experimentation can be applied to politics because political conditions are ever changing and difficult to experimented upon. So now politics is a social science. So why it is considered as a social science now? Let's see. As it deals with the social phenomena, politics has judiciously chosen the different methods of studying different phenomena. For that matter, no social science can demand absolute certainty on any social question. This is because the material it has to deals with are human being whose action cannot be predicted. Yeah, right. Human beings' action cannot be predicted with absolute certainty. In the regards, the plight of a political science is similar to other social science. So, politics like economics, ethics, sociology is the social science having characteristic of positive science. Politics is an art. An art is a system of rules of attainment of given end. It's a practical application of knowledge for achieving the definite end. Science teaches us to know, whereas an art teaches us to do. Art is an action with a purpose. It lays down the precepts or a specific solution to the specific problems. According to the Professor Costa says that science requires art and art requires science, each being complementary to each other. Art can also be based on science and science can also be based on art. So here the politics is considered as an art as well as a science, social science. Politics gives practical guideline to the rulers and administrator along with the citizen. Politics has been developing as a systematic study of a human relation in the political state. So now relevance of a political science to the study of a law. The study of a law and justice does not treat the affairs of jurisprudence only, but it is linked to the state, as the state is regarded to be the maintainer of an effective and equitable system of law and orders. So, matter relating to the organization, jurisdiction, and independence of a judicial institution therefore become an essential concern of a political thought. So, here the politics is treated as the organized society, such not as social or a political phenomena, but as a purely judicial regime of a public law, right, and obligation founded on a system of a pure logic and a reason. Here, the law covers the entire behavior of a human or man's social, economic, and a political action. Previously, law was a branch of a political science. As both law and political science deals with the state and the man, political science has its relevance in the study of law. So there are some reasons why it is relevant to the law. First is study of the state. So law is made and implemented by the state. Here it is essential institution without which man and civilized life become impossible. So why it is essential? Because it maintains the peace and development of the people. Second is study of the man. The ultimate aim of the law is to make man as a law-binding citizen. The state exists for the sake of a man. The end of the state is the development and the progress of the man. For free and full development of an individual personality, right are essential. So it is the duty of the state to guarantee some rights to the people. He who has right and duties is called citizen. Thus, the politics study man as a citizen. The third point is study of a government. To govern the law, government is an agent of the state is required. It is so through the government and the state exercise its thought. Politics studies the various activities of the government and its organization. Lawmaking process in various states different from the government and its merits defects. There are three organ where the government consists. First is legislature, lawmaking body, executive, the law implementing authority, and the judiciary, which is the law giving organ. These are the main function of the government which is related to law only. Then it is a study of political ideas, then it is political concept, the study of a constitution, the study of international relation. These are all the topics which are needed for the law, which are essential for the study of a law. That's the reason it is said as it is relevance to the laws. So I hope that this intro part of a political science, which is the first of political theory, the theory part is understood by you. Okay. So if any doubt, please let me know. We'll cover the next chapter of this subject, political science of BLLB Mumbai University, second sem in next video.